Aloha and welcome to Airguns 808. So it's been a while since I made a video, about 8 months. I'm sorry for the huge absence. It's been really busy here on the islands because we're all back at work now, so I don't have time to make videos anymore. I originally started this channel to do something during the pandemic while I was while we weren't working, while the businesses were shut down, and I actually developed quite a passion for this, so I'm going to continue making videos. So this is the Umarex Fusion 2. I'm only making this video because I believe it's a decent middle ground if you're looking to get into PCPs but don't want to take the leap yet. Buying a CO2 powered magazine fed rifle like this is the perfect option. I have grown my PCP collection over the past 8 months and I'm looking forward to showing it to you guys, but for now, here's the video. This is the Umarex Fusion 2. The Umarex Fusion 2 is a CO2 powered air rifle. It can either use 2 of the 12 gram CO2 cartridges, or you can insert an 88 gram CO2 cartridge. I got this air rifle from eBay for $189.99 with free shipping. I seem to have better success buying things on eBay nowadays than I do through Amazon or even Walmart. Walmart seemed to have pulled all of their air rifles from shipping to Hawaii for some weird reason. So yeah, that's sucks because I really liked ordering from Walmart. It would come fast and shipping would always be less than Amazon, but eBay seems to be a winner now, and I can get any air rifle that I desire. Right now, I have purchased from eBay about 4 new air rifles, which eventually I'll do a review on. Anyways, if you're interested in the stats on this, this is the numbers. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want right now and check it out. But let's take a look what comes inside of this box. So when you open the box, it comes with the scope. Right here, this is the scope. It also comes with 2 magazines, 2 9-shot magazines. These are both 9-shot magazines. And this is the mounting brackets for the scope. Now, one thing I really liked about this rifle is that it did come with a scope, and of course it's Umarex, so the packaging was wonderful. It was very secure. I don't really care for the design of the Fusion. It has like a strange pistol grip, which I'm not really a fan of in rifles, especially air rifles. But after using it a few times, I kind of got used to it, and I guess it's okay. I like more of the standard rifle stock versus the pistol grip stocks. So this is everything laid out. I have the 2 magazines, the rifle, and I'm about to put the scope on. So this is the scope right here. I have the scope attached and ready to go. I do like that they use the Picatinny rail on the top. It's actually really awesome that they do that. Before we take this out and shoot it though, I want to show you guys how to load the magazine. So this is your typical rotary magazine. This is a unique design by Umarex. It's kind of like a diamond shape almost. But yeah, so what I like to do to put this, to put the pellets in is I put my finger behind the hole right there. I'll lay this finger right behind the hole and then drop the pellets in because they tend to fall through. Not all the pellets, only some of them. I guess the ones that aren't like unique, or that are unique, I mean, they just fall right through the magazine. So right here, I'm using the Gamo Dome pellets just for this loading purposes. When I get to the target shooting, I'm going to be using the Gamo Red Fires because I'm all out of the Crosman Premier hollow points, which seem to be the best pellet that I have so far, the best cheap pellet I have so far. I did order some more pricey pellets to try them out, but I don't think I'm going to be using them anytime soon. Maybe when I get to reviewing my new 22s that I bought, I'll use those, but for now I'm just going to use Gamo. The Red Fires are actually really good. They're really accurate, so I'm looking forward to testing this and showing you guys the results. You guys will probably be surprised. Now, this air rifle is not meant for... It's mainly made for plinking. It's a CO2 air rifle. It's mainly made for plinking. It's not really made for target shooting. You can use it for target shooting, as you guys will see, but for those precision shots, probably not going to get it with this air rifle. It's pretty sporadic, your results, especially if you don't let the CO2s warm up a little bit after you shoot. They will tend to fly in a different direction if you just like constantly just cock the bolt back, load the next pellet right after firing. Usually you want to wait about 10 seconds before you fire your next round. But anyways, so I got this all loaded up. This clip is a little fickle when you first get it. It's a little hard to get in there. It's really stiff, but it does wear out after a while, pulling it in and out of the gun. You push it in from the left, which is unusual because most of my guns you push into the right. But anyways, let's start off with the first target test here. This is just me sighting in the sight, so don't mind the accuracy on these. This is just me doing the sight. So you're going to see in this portion of the video that the target is going to start to sag back. It was kind of windy this day, and this was the only day I had to do the shooting, and I had to do it really quick. So I just drove my car out into the field, set up the target, and just started shooting. I didn't care about the wind or anything like that. I'm not really going for anything special with this gun. I just want to show you guys some mild performance. This isn't like a full-on rigorous test with this air rifle. It's just like a pretty much testing it out kind of thing. So anyways, still sighting in the scope here. I'll let you guys know when I get to the point where I'm actually shooting with it sighted in properly. Okay, so here we go. This is with the scope sighted in, and you can see the first one kind of flew off to the side. That's because the first shot always has like a lot of power behind it for some reason, and I think it's because like the CO2s are warmed up and they can just like fire off a really powerful first shot. But other than that, the grouping was okay. It wasn't spectacular, and that's why I feel like this gun is better for a plinking gun and not for target shooting. As you can see here, it is capable of doing target shooting, but you know, it's probably best to keep it as a plinker, like a backyard plinker. I'm not too sure how it would work with the 88 gram CO2. I haven't tried that yet, but with the 212 grams, it's definitely a plinking rifle. Not gonna get much further than 50 feet with the type of grouping that I'm getting now. So in this next section, on this last target, I noticed that the pellets were dropping, and I realized that I was out of air. I was shocked. I was out of air. This is only like my 4th magazine, and I was already out of air. And then I realized that one of the CO2s weren't puncturing, but I'll get more to that later. So after I change out the CO2, I decided to take another go at it, so I put up a fresh target, and here we go. So these are the best groups of the day. I'm just going to let you guys sit and watch this, and then we'll come back to it. So this group right here wasn't bad at all. It was actually a really nice group, except for that one flyer off to the left. But I've noticed like the first pellet will always stray, like I mentioned before, because that one had the longest cooldown / warm-up period. So, and those were 2 fresh CO2s. That was the first magazine from the CO2. Now you can see how much the CO2s vary. Like this is the 2nd magazine after about maybe a minute or so. This is the 2nd magazine. I just switched it out, and you can see how spread out this group is. So like I said, like I believe that this rifle is probably best for plinking and not really target shooting. So overall, I think this is a pretty decent air rifle. I do like it. I don't really care for the pistol grip, but I'm getting used to it, you know. So let's go over some of the features of this rifle real quick. So first off, we have the pistol grip. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's not too bad. It fits my hand very well, and I don't have large hands. I have like medium-sized hands, so that's pretty good. Also, the rubber butt pad on the back is actually really comfortable to use. I do like that it has like that little groove set in there. It actually keeps it pretty sturdy when you have it shouldered. Now, one of my biggest complaints right now is this trigger. It's a little crunchy. It doesn't feel that good for a trigger. The safety too, I don't like the location of the safety, but I guess it's okay. It functions as well as it can. And my last gripe is this bolt here. It just feels like you're crunching something when you pull it back, and I'm sure it'll get better as I use the gun more. Other than that, the sight is actually pretty good. It's a pretty decent sight. It's just a 4x32 scope. You get them with most air guns nowadays, but it actually worked really well for this test. Is the purpose of this test. You can see here, I tried to keep it as steady as possible so you can see how clear the scope is. It's actually really clear. It's a nice, decent scope. So yeah, and you can see like how far it can go down. I was shooting right by that brush out there where I'm aiming. I brought the target in already. I should have left it out there so you can see how far I was shooting. This also has the silent air suppressor on it, or moderator, however you want to put it. It's not as quiet as I'd like it to be, but it is backyard friendly. All in all, this gun is actually a pretty decent gun. I do like the feel of it now. When I first got it, I had to get used to it, but I got used to it pretty quick. I like that it has the ambidextrous cheek rest, so that's perfect for me because I'm a lefty. The CO2 is a little fickle. In fact, let's go over the CO2 real quick. I'm going to show you how to load that. So first off, you want to put the CO2 in this way, the first one. And that's the one that's having trouble puncturing, so I put a dime between them. I learned this from Airgun Detectives. He said to put a dime between the two. And it's definitely the type of CO2 cartridges I'm using. I'm using Crossman CO2s. I'm guessing Umarex wants you to use theirs. But anyways, you thread this back on all the way down. You don't want to, you want to put this all the way down to the end. And then you remove this little rubber cap and you twist this release valve down. When you do remove the CO2 cartridges, you're going to remove the rubber cover, and then you're going to twist this all the way up, and you're just going to leave it all the way up till the next time you use it, because then you're going to want to twist this down. This is what's going to puncture the CO2s in the end, so you want to kind of leave that there. So all in all, the Umarex Fusion 2 is a really decent air rifle. If you're not ready to take the leap into PCPs, this is a good alternative. PCPs can get really expensive. I know. I have 4 now. Looking forward to doing reviews on those later. I just haven't had the time yet. And this one seemed to be a really simple, you know, pull out of the box and shoot. I don't have to go over pumping or anything like that. As for its accuracy, it's pretty good. I mean, it'll make a really good backyard plinker. You probably wouldn't want to invest too much into a scope on this one. The 4x32 does very well. With the 2-gram CO2, the 212-gram CO2s, it's probably going to get pretty costly, but you know, you can always just buy the 88-gram CO2s, and those ones apparently you can get 200 shots out of. And it's not good to leave CO2s in your rifle, so what you want to do is, like, if you do decide to go with the 88-gram, you're going to want to waste like 200 shots before you take that CO2 out, or it's going to get pretty expensive real quick. So I would recommend just using the 212 grams for now. It seems to work okay. I don't like how fickle the CO2 system is. With me having to put a dime between the two to puncture two, I still have not gotten 2 CO2 cans to puncture in a single go, which is really unfortunate. I think I go to a hardware store and get a washer to put between, something a little thicker than a dime. You can see it's leaving a little bit of an impression in there, but not enough to puncture, but you can see that it's trying. I even tried to crank it down a little more, but that's probably not good for the gun. I still couldn't get it to puncture even with the dime in there. But all in all, you can tell from the grouping here from today that it's actually a pretty decent air rifle. It's probably not the best in grouping. These are all bigger than the dime. But all in all, it's actually a pretty good gun. I'm looking forward to using it for plinking. I have some plinking targets I'm going to set up and probably use this for it. Maybe I'll do a video on it, maybe not, if I have time. I really want to do a video on my PCP so I can show you guys what I have. But yeah, all in all, it's been a pretty good day with this gun. Very impressed. This is probably the best shot of the day here, the best group of the day. And yeah, I'm very impressed with this gun. It's not something that I would normally buy, but I wanted, like, I saw the price and I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting that. So I had to pick it up on eBay. So I've decided that I'm going to make a second video on the Umarex Fusion because I really want to show off what it can do with plinking. I was on the fence about doing it for this video and I didn't record any of the plinking that I did do, but I decided to change my mind and add plinking. So I'm going to make a second video. This is going to be labeled video 1. The second video will come out as soon as I'm done, hopefully by the end of the weekend. I'll have some time to do the second video and get it out to you guys of plinking because I believe this thing is a really awesome plinker, and I do want to try and do some maybe pest control with it, not like real pest control, live pest control, but show if it can or can't do pest control by using stuffed rats. And I have a gopher resetting target that I can try shoot to for you guys. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Aloha. You guys have a wonderful day.